Hello, what's up, my beautiful people? How you guys doing out there? Welcome to your weekly energy report for the week of April 26th to May 2nd of 2021. And today is the day of days. We are sitting right in the middle of the full moon vibes, Scorpio, right now. All right, thank you guys for jumping on, tuning in. How you doing? Welcome. So, this energy is powerful. Full moon Scorpio. Happy full moon. Yeah, that's what's up. A few more people jump on in here right now. Hello, what's up, Serena? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, yeah. All right. Intergalactic Warrior. Love the name. Enjoying the rain. No, ain't no rain out here in the desert, and that's okay. So, let's see what's going on. Right now, literally, we are just a few hours away from the full moon being exact, right? Oh, hey, Crystal. Nice to meet you. We are just hours away from the full moon being exact. What is this full moon all about? Well, Uranus is playing a big, major role in this experience. When the sun is conjunct Uranus, and especially with a full moon here, all right, preceding eclipse season, this is literally like, look, we're already in a massive growth potentiating space, but it's about to get more elevated, escalated, faster, if you will. All right. This is looking at our values, our morals, looking at like going within and seeing everything that's going on in our life. And, thinking, okay, is this for me? Is this not for me? Do I really love this? Do I not love this? Am I attached to this? Am I not attached to that? What are we going towards that's healthy and not healthy in our life, in our existence, right? We're coming into a new month. We have a massive amount of fixed energy here. We have Pluto getting ready to go retrograde. And right now, Pluto is just a quadrate to the north node and semi-square to the south node. As this is digging up all that scorpionic stuff that you don't want to feel. It's saying it's time to feel it. It's time to let it go. A lot of this has to do with relationships, intimacy. Okay. With Moon Scorpio, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It's those feelings and emotions that are deeply connected to our sexual energy because Scorpio rules the 8th house, right? A lot of deep truths, maybe like ways that we lie to ourselves or questioning ourselves about things that we're doing. All these different areas are coming up to the surface to be splurged. Now, when this goes on, it can feel like we're going backwards, right? Oh my God, Dark Night of the Soul's coming back again. This sucks. What the hell? I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, this is actually a really good thing because, as well as I do, that when we're purging stuff, it has to come up and out. But it's a really intense, big one, right? What's up, my mate? So allow this stuff allow this stuff to unearth. It's like unearthing all these deeply embedded energies that can no longer come with us to where we're going, right? Taurus is all about what we desire, like what makes us feel good. What do we want to feel? That's really nice. And we have Neptune sesquiquadrate to the moon and semi-square to the sun. That makes this a very, very intuitive, like deeply, because we haven't seen Neptune at 22 degrees in 16 minutes. Very, very, very long time, right? It's his own sign. They're deacon. We're really coming into mastering our extrasensory perceptual gifts, i.e. psychic capacity, i.e. Psychic gifts. Okay. We all have them. Okay. It's literally as we become more aware, as we release old belief systems, these new ones come up, realize, oh, hey, I can actually see energy. Oh, hey, I can actually feel energy. Oh, hey, I can actually interconnect all these things together that I didn't realize existed before. Right. A lot of intense emotions may be coming up. Yes, 100%. We got to purge them. We got to let it go so that we can build new, so we can start this new chapter. To let go of, the second house, like the lower vibration of the second house is also jealousy, envy, anger, the vibrations and the emotions that we don't want to feel, right? It's got to come out though. We got to feel it. We got to let it be known. And the moon is also trine over to Mars, and Mars is still trine over to Jupiter. So, there's actually a lot of really beautiful energy here, a lot of really amazing manifestation, because look, we came from a cardinal energy, right? Aries season really started this new Aries season started this new chapter. It like put it on the map. And we came from the cardinal, like, all right, let's go, get all revved up. Now we're moving into the fixed energy, where the fixedness, the desire, the passion, the intensity, let's go get it. Let's make it happen. Let's grow. Let's learn. Let's figure it out. Now, with Saturn being square to all of this, this is perfect time to boo up. Love it. What's up, honeypot? Poile. Love it. So in the beginning of the year, in January, we had all these personal planets, meaning like, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, transiting over Saturn, which is the structure, which is the foundation, right? Which is bringing up, identifying all these things that we need to change in our structure. Now we have the energy on the opposite end of this square that's going on all year. And this is really catapulting us into the growth potentiation of what we're going to be doing for this next chapter. Remember that, this is all sandwiched into the great conjunction, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction of December 21st, right? Indonesia. All right. Ramat. Samadra 69. Love it. So with all this new cerebral activity going on, with all these things moving through and into this new evolution of our consciousness, we're really getting a deeper understanding of our life purpose. And in order to be able to step into that life purpose, it's requiring us to dig deeper into taking responsibility for our life, right? To be honest with ourselves about where we are in life, right? What we want, who we love. Are people in our lives holding us back? Is the job, creating a lot of safety, but not enough expansion? All right, because we need to grow. And this is Uranus, especially with the sun. Basically this whole week, the sun is conjunct Uranus. Okay, because it's going to be exact on. Let's see what day it's going to be exact. It's going to be exact on April 30th. All right. And then it's going to move us into May. So we're coming into May like an explosion. Bam. I just posted my May monthly energy report, if you guys would like to see that. And we're going to be having Saturn going retrograde in the month of May as well. And at the very, very end of May, we're going to be having Mercury go retrograde. Okay. Now, look, These retrogrades do not mean it's a bad thing. It just means that we've gotten all the downloads, all the new vibration, all the new stuff for this new chapter that we're going to need. And now we have to process it, figure it all out, and learn to embody it, right? And however much we're willing to grow is however much we're going to grow. So this week in particular, we have energies now in Taurus. They're going to be leaving and heading over into Gemini. Okay. So let's see here. So we have Mars that's already in Cancer, right? You're getting downloads all night. Well, let yourself relax. Okay. There's a lot of etheric information coming through. There's a lot of stuff happening. So, that shit can be tiring. That's spiritual bodybuilding, right? You have to embody all of this energy, and then you have to integrate it into and grow and purge all these old dense energies out of your chakras, right? Tips on how do you get yourself out of the dark night of the soul? I feel so drained. Okay. Tip on how to get yourself out of the dark night of the soul. You don't. You accept it. Acceptance is the only thing that's going to help, because your soul, when we go through the dark night of the soul, right? Our soul agreed to go through these experiences in this lifetime. And when you go through it, you don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to come from. And the more you live in your heart, and the more you allow these feelings, this shit that comes up, they have to release to teach you, the faster and more efficiently it'll go. What's up, Kat? What's up, Darlene? So we have to really be present, really, this is where the work comes into play. Okay. Doing the work means being present, going within, feeling the feelings that we want to feel, not running away from them, not stuffing them down, not suppressing them. All right. And being the conscious observer of our own mind and allowing that to guide us through it with trust and faith. When we try to control things is when we end up just learning another lesson. Right. So don't try to control it. Don't try to think you know how to navigate it. All right. Shift your focus. Shift your focus on what am I feeling right now? Right. Where do I want to go? How do I want to do this? What do I want to do? And, this may come through. It may seem completely irrational. It may make no sense whatsoever. However, that's how the heart works, right? Like when you fall in love with someone, you like, I got all these feelings. Like, I don't know why I feel so drawn to this, like let it come through you, let it flow, let it activate. And it can be scary because that activation brings up stuff from childhood and traumas and things like that. We must allow that pain to purify our spirit. And the more that we allow that to happen, the more that we trust, and the more that we move through it, the better off we're going to be. All right. So with this week, we can expect the unexpected, because Uranus is growth, right? Saturn square Uranus. All right. Saturn is control. Uranus is grow. Right. When they're square like this, it's like we have this stable, safe foundation that we've built that is basically being broken down. Being broken down because the universe is saying, hey, it's time to grow. It's time to go. It's time to move. And with this growth comes uncertainty, comes fear. Oh shit, do I have enough money? Am I good enough for this person? Or are we really compatible? Or, is this really going to work? Am I just fooling myself? Like, getting all these downloads. Should I trust these downloads? They seem ridiculous. I have so much I got to do and in so many places I got to go, blah, 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 blah. Like, look, you got to slow it down. You just, you know what? Okay. 98% of the shit that I'm thinking about doesn't exist. So I'm not going to create problems where I don't have them. And I need to honor my heart. Now, what happens is we tend to violate our own emotional boundaries when we grow because we're afraid to communicate what we really want in our heart because we don't feel like we deserve it, like self-worth, self-confidence. This is all Uranus and Taurus stuff, okay? Self-worth and self-confidence. So this is asking a question, are you going to respect yourself enough, love yourself enough, have the fortitude to really be honest with yourself to give this response or go in this direction that really feels right for your heart? And anything that is not right for your heart right now, it's just, it doesn't feel right. It's going bye-byes. It's just going bye-byes. Okay. So, I love retrogrades too. Because, well, many people have, at least some retrograde planets in their chart. And that also allows us to really integrate. It's all about integration. We're always integrating, right? We grow, we learn something, we integrate, and we embody, right? We experience, then we integrate, and we embody. And then rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over again. So, and we have control over this. So what are you choosing to experience? Then how are you choosing to integrate? And through that process, whichever decisions you make there, that is what the next step will bring. Okay. We are the creators of our own world. And, it's really interesting because there is this war on humanity trying to play on the victim mentality. Right. So what is the victim mentality? The victim mentality is basically like somebody's going to save me, right? Somebody or something is going to come and make my life better. Somebody out there is going to take care of everything. Okay. I need to find it. I need to figure it out. It's looking outside of yourself for answers. And that's a problem with like organized religion, because a lot of people, they establish this belief that a greater power is outside of themselves. The greater power is within you. It's in your heart. Your heart is a fractal of God. So when you tune into your heart and you open it up, which feels very vulnerable, it's scary, it's painful sometimes, but when you allow yourself to be vulnerable and step into that, then you allow yourself to grow, right? Good job before, proud of you. I know it's not easy. Thank you very much, Ruby. I appreciate that. So we are in this is like a slingshot of growth, right? So, and when I say slingshot, we are slingshotting deep into the abyss of our consciousness, right? Yes, Darlene, you're exactly right. Before, you got it, dude. All right. So the sun conjunct Uranus is just it's gonna be a massive, I did not expect that. Where the fuck did that come from? Okay. And so expect the unexpected and allow it to, it's gonna change the course of your path in some way, shape, or form. We don't know how, why, but you know what? Deep down, you feel your soul is calling you to something, to some new chapter, some new thing. And it's, you know what? It's going to get so strong to a point where it's like, okay, well, I got to do this. I don't know how or why. It's just, I got to figure it out. And going through the figuring it out is all part of the process. Now, I will say that this process, we can get lost in it if we focus too much on the growth and the passion and the digging. That's not good. If we focus too much on safety and security, that's not good. We have to have a good, healthy balance. Because what happens is, you focus on, you find something good, stable, structured, and, everything is flowing and everything's good. After a while of it being like that, you're going to feel stagnant. You're going to feel like, man, okay, but my life is like Groundhog Day. Like, this sucks. What's next? What's going to happen? Do I have a girlfriend? No, I do not. So we are going through this process, and life just ends up almost like losing meaning. Okay. Because your mind has established this safety net. And after a while, like your soul's like, okay, it's time to grow. I want to evolve. Like, am I going to evolve in the same place where I'm at now? Or, is my soul pulling me in this other direction? Now you can try to control it and say, no, I got to keep it like this. I got to keep it like this. I got to keep it like this. Right. Well, right now, the universe isn't letting us keep it like this. Before, for generations and upon generations, families would stay together and, but we're seeing families break up, divorce rates are high and, people are moving and changing and all kinds of crazy stuff's going on. All right. We're navigating through a lot of darkness, a lot of unknown, like traumas, and there's a lot of healing going on too. And the healing capacity is picking up at a dramatic speed. In fact, this Uranus conjunct the sun, I feel, is going to start to really be the catalyst for bringing up, new technologies. I already know. I have a friend that owns a healing center that's already getting one of those med beds, a pod that you literally, it's quantum energy healing. You lay in this pod and it'll match the vibration that's anything out of alignment with your DNA, and it'll heal you. Right now, of course, that all depends on the jab that they're giving right now, because that's altering the DNA. But that's a story for another time. All right. So we're getting more sensitive, more highly attuned. We're getting deeper understanding of what we want. We're getting more confidence, more realization that, hey, look, I want this. I want this new thing. I want this new experience. I want this new feeling within me. And I'm not going to settle for less. And if you're going in that direction, well, where can you go for that? For the med bed? It's not out yet. Probably mid to late summer, I'd say, where you're gonna start seeing it popping it up. I know it's gonna pop up here in Las Vegas, New York, and LA, probably first, and Miami, I think. All right, but it's coming. It's coming, and all these there are healing centers popping up all over the place, right? I mean, I have ideas for this new step that I'm taking as well. And I'm right there with you. It's scary and it's new and it's big. And it's like, wow, to who much is given, much is asked, or however that goes. More responsibility for more, the more you do, the more you need to do, something like that. More money, more problems. No, I disagree with that, but I digress. Yeah. Let's see, and we have Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces next month, but Jupiter is now at 27. It's going to be going to 28 degrees here this week, and Jupiter moving into the anorectic degrees is going to make it. When it gets to these last degrees, that's the master number. That's power, super, super powerful. But then when it goes into Pisces, is even more powerful because it loves being in Pisces. Jupiter used to rule Pisces before Neptune was discovered, right? So Jupiter and Pisces, they be getting along, right? So you want to talk about, wait until it actually starts transiting and conjuncts Jupiter, and I think it's the end of 2022. Oh my God. You want to talk about activating new levels of telepathy and skills and just awakening left and right. Like, guys, we are just seeing the very baby foundation of all this crazy new world going on, right? And it's going to, look, I believe it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be excellent, right? A lot of new healing modalities, a lot of new things coming out that people are going to start coming to. The Western medical system is dying. It's a freaking mess. And we're going to start to see that here coming real soon. But don't forget too, that we're coming into retrograde season, right? And retrograde season, I'm sorry, eclipse season. Eclipse, retrograde season's kind of same, same. And oh shit, actually this week we're also coming into, actually, let me see here. No, okay. Coming into May, the nodes are going to be coming into the 10th, 10 degrees, which means going to be in the last decan. So that's going to be pretty badass, right? So whenever the nodes go into the last decan, that means that we're sort of like the first deacon was opening up this new energy, this new movement. The second deacon is like going to school, learning, being an apprentice. The last deacon is the mastery. This is where we've done all the work, we figured it out, we know where we're gonna go. Now it's time to take action and move. There are so many people moving right now; it's ridiculous. Like literally, I mean, it's there's migrations happening, and we're going to start to see more and more of this coming throughout the rest of 2021 as we move through into this new nodal axis of Taurus and Scorpio. Now, when that happens, I know this isn't about this week, but it's important to foreshadow for atom braiding. Making up shit now. In the world stage, right? January of 2022. That's when the nodes are going to be going into Scorpio and Taurus. That's fixed energy. When the nodes go into fixed energy, that means all this shit that is rumbling around and, because we're in mutable energy right now, everything's able to be changeable. It's changing, it's shifting, it's molding, right? And right now we're getting the massive neon fucking sign saying, do this. The intuition is screaming at you, right? Connect with this person, disconnect from this person. Let's go to this place. Let's do this new thing. That window of opportunity is going to close around January. Okay. Energy, time is fluid, but it's going to be closing around January of next year. And the shit's like whatever it is we chose, whatever path we chose to take, that's where it's going to be solidified. And that's where that's going to really, sort of ground into the new foundation and where our new story really begins. Right now, we're still in gestation. We're still not really fully understanding these new energies that we've come into. So it's going to take time, and we have to really trust our heart, not our mind, our heart, to guide us through this Uranian type of energy. Intuitive insights, epiphanies, dreams, like prophetic dreams. If you're having a dream that is like super realistic, pay attention to that, write it down. Typically dreams speak to us in symbols, right? So it's not a direct message, but if you have any questions about where you're going or what you're doing, get a reading with me. Go to spiritualbodybuilder.com. I'd love to work with you. Okay. Yeah. All right. So on April 30th, the Sun and Uranus will be exactly conjunct. We have Mars coming into its sextile with Uranus in the Sun as well. It's about 4 degrees off now, but this energy is we're still going to be feeling it. And Mars sextile Uranus alone is like super rebellious. Like, let's fucking take action. It's in Cancer, right? When Mars is in Cancer, it's not exactly like super, happy to be there because it's so emotional. And Mars is like, I just want to get shit done, right? But this is going to make us more emotional and more like, what is my home and family situation like? What do I what feels like home to me in my body? What really do I want to experience and have and be and do and all that fun stuff? And how do I want to get there? How do I want to get it? All right. With its sextile to Uranus and the Sun, this is like just being massively motivated. Like, all right, I have to do this. I have to take action. I have to make this go. When the Sun is conjunct that in sextile Mars, this is like, there's no question. You can beat yourself up by getting in your head about it, though, because of all this cerebral energy as well. So we really have to put in a lot of work in order to not be in our head. All right. Now, that doesn't mean just like smoke weed every day, right? I mean, if that's your thing, cool. But it all depends on the intention behind it. It means, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, one really big thing here is our self-worth and our self-confidence in our life purpose. Because look, I mean, this may be, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Which chakra should we focus on? Our heart chakra. This is all heart-centered energy, and Uranus is here to open up our heart and make us grow. Okay. And we're also going to be having Venus coming into its conjunction with Mercury. And on the, let's see here. Well, no, let me back up here a second. Okay, so Venus is conjunct Mercury right now, with Black Moon Lilith. So this is also looking at, we're getting a lot of, this is downloads, big time downloads. Holy crap, what the hell is going on? Let's figure it out. And so with all this fixed energy, it can be very frustrating. It can, like, you almost like, because your mind is still so strong, you're like, oh, but I need to do this, and I had this plan, and I got this going, and why isn't it, but I'm feeling pulled towards this, and eventually your feeling pulled is going to get so strong that it's not going to let you have that safety and structure that you once knew or wanted. It's gonna feel different. Allow it to feel different. This whole process is all about allowing. You're just gonna allow it. Just be okay with allowing it. All right. And I'll tell you what, and with Pluto going retrograde, I'm actually really happy Pluto's going retrograde. I think this is a good thing because it's going to allow us to really, process stuff. And especially if you have Pluto retrograde in your birth chart, this is going to make it a little bit easier for you. All right. But while it's stationed, it's like a big air bubble of dense emotional energy. And we're really feeling on a deeper level too, like our chords, connections to people, places, things, right? And so whatever you're feeling, look into that and ask yourself, like if, say, somebody that you haven't talked to in years, pops up in your head, that's the sound it makes in my head when something goes, and like, wow, you know what? Reach out to them. How you doing? How you been? What you been up to? You never know how that's going to go. Or if you're feeling super lost and you don't know what to do, slow down, go for a hike, clear your mind. Don't try to keep figuring it out. And don't just distract yourself with going out to party or just, we all have our coping mechanisms, and we have to keep ourselves in check with that because, the universe, wants us to be abundant. There's so much energy here that is saying that if you are willing to be vulnerable and go into your heart and look at what you really want, you will be happier than you ever thought possible. But you have to go through this hump. You have to go into this unknown and jump off that cliff, right? Because you're going to be able to fly. That's what Uranus is saying. Like, you're at a cliff right now, and it's time to jump. It's time to make a decision. It's time to shit or get off the pot. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. That's what I'm talking about. And, while Venus is in its home sign of Taurus, it's gonna be very powerful, really feeling and knowing this is what I want, this is what I don't want, come here, get the fuck away from me, all that kind of energy. It's gonna be very say you're in a relationship, right? That is just really not truly working, but you're trying to pretend like it is. You're like, I'm gonna have a conversation. I don't have the words. I don't know what to do. And this person comes to you and talks to you, and when they talk, it's just like, it just makes your fucking skin crawl. You're like, why am I feeling this way? It's because you've learned everything you're meant to learn from that person. So you gotta let go. And when you let go and you follow that deep, still small voice in your mind that just never goes away. It's always there in the background. And you bring it from the background to the forefront, and you allow that to be the voice that guides you, not the emotionally erratic one that's, like all trying to be structured. No, I got to get this done. I got to do that. I got to do this, blah, blah, blah. Right? How would you directly let go? I mean, I think letting go, we all do it in our own unique way. So that's kind of a tough question to ask, but really do the opposite of what you're doing now. Right? So if you're Just that question in itself suggests that you're not letting it go. You have to accept. It's non-attachment, but through acceptance. Okay, I accept that this person doesn't love me. I accept that this job is, I accept that this job is not for me anymore. I accept that I am no longer going to be able to live in this house. I accept that I'm going to have to go do this thing that's going to make me uncomfortable, right? I accept that I'm going to have to feel some weird feelings, after, disconnecting from an attachment. It's sort of like, attachments are like addictions. They are, right? And if we're attached to something, the addictive nature, it has that loud, I gotta go back. I gotta feel it. I gotta, get more, I gotta get my fix. Accept it. Accept that you're going to feel a certain way for a little while. It's okay. You got to let your heart heal. And, stay sober. So staying sober, eat healthy food. Don't eat your feelings, right? These are all things, that, you go do like an ayahuasca ceremony or do combo to help purge out stuff. But don't rely on that. Okay. Because if you rely on it, then you're just sort of chasing the dragon, and that's just no bueno. All right. So this week, the big message that I have for you all: expect the unexpected, and allow your heart to guide you to whatever it is that you feel keeps calling you, that won't shut the fuck up. It's like, all right, already, I'll do it. Come on, give me a break. And then once you do it, you're just going to, it doesn't matter the outcome. It's just the fact that you go into it, right? You got to honor yourself for this, and then process all the feelings that come up when you go through that process. Just let it be. It's okay. There we go. So coming into to May, man, we already in May, and we're coming into eclipse season. I went over that, a lot more in my May monthly reading, so please go check that out. And we have, there is so much powerful energy going on. A lot of good, positive energy, but a lot of deep, intense emotional energy too. So be ready to be emotional. Let that vulnerability, this week is all about embracing the awakening process of Uranus and letting go of the Saturnian control dynamic of safety and security. We have to learn how to balance that, have a happy medium where we can feel safe in our own body, in our own knowing, in our own emotions. But whatever is on the external world that's changing, you got to let it change. You got to let it grow and evolve, or else you're holding yourself back. And ultimately you're robbing yourself of a beautiful life. And who wants to do that? But you know what? You don't know. It reminds me of that meme with Jesus. He's holding a huge teddy bear behind his back, and this little girl has a little raggedy, bear, and he's like, give it to me, and trust. He's not telling that he has it. Okay, but once he takes that, boom, boop. But you have to go through that period of loss, of losing that teddy bear, that safe security blanket, right? Let go and accept that it's gone. And then suddenly out of nowhere, you had no idea this was coming, but bam, you got this big ass thing that it's bigger than you can sleep on it, right? And this could be in reference to love. It could be reference to money. It could be reference to, like discovering a deeper part of yourself that, makes you feel more connected to your life purpose. It could be connecting with soul family. Like it could be anything, right? So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You're eating good and healthy foods. You're getting good sleep. You're being social, right? Hey, what's up, Kentucky, honey? Okay, I will post this to my IGTV for sure. It's also on my YouTube as well. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, Spiritual Bodybuilder, youtubebomb.com, babe. Okay, yo, Rocco. But seriously, we are all in like this place right now, right, where we're about to take a leap of faith into our new life, but we have no idea what that new life is going to look like, we're going to be like. But we just know we feel this fucking calling. Do not suppress or ignore that calling, please. So important to follow that. All right. And on that note, that's what I've got for you all, beautiful people, today for this weekly energy report. So thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me. And please, if this resonates with you, or you feel that this message will help somebody you know, please share it with them. And check out my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com. Check out the opportunity community. Get a reading from me. And if you're in town, I also do other services. You can see it all on my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com. All right. Love y'all very much. You guys have a beautiful full moon in Scorpio. Aho. Well,